Oh, not late. Hello, am I live? Can you guys hear me? Hi, Robin. Hi, Val. Let me know if you hear me because I just clicked on and I didn't see it say live. So I think I'm live. Can you guys hear me? I must be live. Okay. Hello, everybody. If you all can hear me, let me know. Somebody. Okay, great, 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 great. Hello, Robin. Hello, Val. How you doing? Looks like two of you are in here so far. I'm ripping and running. Today has been a crazy, busy. I'm worn out day. Trust me. I am worn out. And actually, I just got off the phone with my best girlfriend in Kansas City. And I was looking at the clock and I said, girl, I go on in 2 minutes. I can't talk. But it was something very, very important. So then I had to run and get my wine. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm, I, I'm being rushed here. I'm being rushed. So I hope everybody's doing fine. And I do need this glass of wine right about now because, like I said, I need to chill because I've been busy, busy, busy trying to get stuff done for the holidays. So I trust everybody's doing well. I know I put my talk for today uh, announcement out late again, um, being busy because I had forgotten I hadn't even put it out yet. And I realized it was like 4 o'clock this afternoon. And I said, I haven't even made any kind of announcement or said anything. People may not even know that I'm coming on tonight and what have you. I don't know. But hopefully you guys, I know you have Robin because I've seen you on uh putting comments on stuff. I've gone back to doing videos on my channel. So that is a chore right now because I hadn't used my editing software in 8 months, and it had gotten upgraded and it was all whacked up, and I had to get on the phone and get all that stuff taken care of, and that was taking forever and a day. And then when you're trying to do tutorials and then you have to edit it and then you have to upload it and you have to look at it, and Robin, you found an error because I was still having issue with the editing software. Don't know what happened with that big gap in there because I had looked at it. I said, oh my goodness, I'm glad that you let me know. But this has been this past week, whenever I got started on it, was busy trying to get all the projects and stuff gone done, and then get everything back up. What do I use to edit? I use Wondershare Filmora is what I use, and I like it because I had used a couple other editing software. I even tried to do the editing on my phone. I did the editing with whatever Microsoft Window has. None of that worked. Then I actually bought or subscribed to an editing software, Pinnacle, I believe it was. Then I tried to use that, and it wasn't that user friendly. So I ran across Wondershare Filmora, Filmora, I believe, Filmora or Filmora, but it's Wondershare Filmora. And I've been using it for several years now. I think at least 3. And when I got it, they had a lifetime subscription. So I was lucky because now it's a monthly subscription and they want you to pay money to them every month. Whereas I actually did the outright buying 3 years ago. So I can upgrade and all of that kind of stuff and not have to pay extra money. So that was one of the issues because it upgraded and then it wanted me to pay money. And I was like, nope, I don't have to pay money. I have a lifetime subscription. So it took a long time to get. I was on the phone a good 2 hours trying to get that taken care of. But nonetheless, all of that stuff got taken care of, and then I found out my camera wasn't working correctly, and I had the lighting issue was so bad. I saw that it was just the brightness was terrible, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, these first two videos look horrible because of the lighting on the camera." So I had to try to work with my camera, which I'm not that savvy with a DSLR camera, and I got that setting taken care of, but I still have some other settings that I have to worry with. So, needless to say, getting back into the swing of putting videos up and editing them and all of that kind of stuff was work. But what I did find out with the upgrade, because they have version 14 out now with the Wondershare Filmora, that it uploads a lot quicker and the editing seems to be a lot easier. So it's been worth it, but it has been busy trying to get that kind of stuff done. And on top of that, I was trying to get the rest of the little gifts and different things that I was making for my grandson and my great granddaughter and his family ready so I can get it shipped out this month and not this month, this week. So uh, believe it or not, I spent the better part of today fooling around with that scan and cut. So I know we've talked about Val and Robin and the other ladies with the sewing crew that we meet together on Wednesday night about dealing with the scan and cut and learning how to use the scan and cut. And I tell you, it's not difficult to use, but if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a pain in the butt. And I thought that I was going to be able to get up this morning and do all of my vinyl work that I wanted to do because I was putting some puff vinyls on some things. I did all the embroidery stuff yesterday. I finished up everything that needed to be embroidered, and then I wanted to put some puff vinyl on some of the garments. And I just knew I could just come in here, put it in there, cut it out, press it, and move on. No, wasn't that simple. It wasn't that simple. But I tell you, it was a lot of trial and error. And luckily, I had bought a lot of vinyl. So I think I had bought 2 yards. So I'm glad I did because I didn't run out of vinyl and I was able to finally get everything done and get it on and get all of it um, put on there and it puffed up and it looks really cute. So I'm happy with that. But it was a learning process. Trust me. Um, Hi Jenny, how you doing? And hi Ann, how are you? You're making shortbread cookies. Hi Betty, how are you? And hi Danielle, hi, how are you? Who else has popped in? And Becky, hi Becky, how you doing? Uh, and you're Jenny, you say you're enjoying my 12-day of Christmas video. Well, thank you so much. I'm enjoying doing them, but I tell you, it's a challenge trying to get everything done. And that was one of the reasons why I decided on this topic that I'm going to talk about tonight. And I have to tell you, I didn't get around to doing a whole lot of research and all that kind of stuff because I'm going to need you guys' help to chime in, ask questions, make comments and statements and all that kind of stuff to help fill it out because, like I said, I was running around crazy the last few days trying to get everything taken care of. But what made me think about budgeting for your Christmas projects. If you're like me, you got a bunch of them because most of us crafters, embroiderers, and quilters and vinyl people, because I know Val, you do a lot of vinyl work. You probably could have helped me out. I probably should have called you. And quilting, what else? What else? What rhinestones, sublimation, all that kind of stuff. We do most of our Christmas gifts with stuff that we make or put together or what have you. So, oftentimes we end up waiting until the last minute to do it and then we're rushed trying to get everything done because we're also, those of us that may have a little sideline business, we're busy getting all of that kind of stuff done, doing orders, taking orders, people waiting to the last minute saying they want you to do this, that, and the other, and you got to stop what you're doing to do that and everything. Matter of fact, I have something else that fell into my lap that I got to take care of tomorrow that wasn't on my list. So these things happen and it puts you behind. Um, so what we need to do is try to make that part of our life run a little smoother. And I know I was listening to Jeanette the other night and she was talking. I didn't get a chance to hear her entire video, but I know part of it was talking about getting organized and making sure you have everything that you need to be able to do your projects and stuff. And so, like I said, I decided to talk about that a little bit. And my question was, what are some ways that embroiderers can stay on budget when creating Christmas items or for gifts and to sell and to stay on budget, as I said. And the first thing that the AI said is to plan ahead. And do we plan ahead? Do we know upfront what we're going to do? Do we plan on? We know Christmas is coming. 11 months, we know Christmas is coming, and then we may wait until the 12th month, maybe the 11th month, to decide that we're going to make something, and then we probably procrastinate a little bit more trying to decide what it is we're going to make. So I don't know if we're planning ahead at all with those kind of situations. I know back to my situation, um, some of the things that I've done on my 12 days of Christmas are going to be Christmas gifts, like I was saying in my video, if you guys have seen it. I don't know if they're going to see my video or not. I don't know that everybody that I'm going to be giving gifts to actually watch me on a routine basis. I'm not sure. But if they do, they very well may see what they're going to get because I'm using that time to make gifts as well. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone, child. I'm trying to get everything done. So that's helping me out with some of the things that I have to do. And I did plan a while back what I wanted to do with some of the gifts, but I didn't plan for everything. It's just kind of like what to give, what to make, what to do. And then those of us that participate in Jeanette's Elfster or her Christmas exchange every year, that's another thing that comes into our plate. We're trying to figure out what to make, what to give, what to do, all of those kinds of things. So we don't plan ahead, but we should. So it is suggested that you create a detailed plan of items you want to make, including the designs, the material, and the quantities. And this will help with to avoid last minute purchasing and overspending. And I think that is some of what happens because um, I'm using myself as an example again. I was going to make one project, changed my mind. One project, went and bought everything for that project, changed my mind. Then I had to go buy some more stuff because I changed my mind. And then ended up going back to the initial plan. So that was money spent that I didn't need to spend. Luckily, I don't buy big bolts of fabric and stuff like that. I only buy small amounts. So it wasn't like a lot of money, but it still was money spent on stuff that I don't even need. And because I didn't know or didn't really have a concrete plan. So it does help to make a decision what you're going to do, who you're going to make something for, and then go ahead and stick to that particular plan and get all of your materials and everything together, including your designs. So, hi, Carol. Hi, Pearl. Let me see what you guys said. Every Christmas, and you said every Christmas, uh, you start in August for Christmas projects, but it never works out. Isn't that the truth? And one of the reasons why, if you're like me at all, the Christmas designs come out later on in the year. Mainly, I would say they start popping out a lot in October, and then they increase more and more in November, and then like this month they're just rampant and they're crazy and they're everywhere. So you always end up seeing something else that you want to make, or some new trend has come out, like the side bow for the shirts, and now they're putting them on pant legs. And I know all things Sean, she even did it on the end of a towel. So there's so many different things that people are doing with the side bowls, and now they got all of the different snowmen and Christmas trees and Christmas lights and Grinches and gingerbread. I mean, everybody is making side bowl things, and it's easy to get caught up in it. I even made, I think I showed it to you guys what I was doing for my great granddaughter. I did her some side bowls for one of her Christmas gifts. I have not done anything for myself yet in that regards, but that's a trend. So your mindset changes about what it is that you think you're going to make and what it is you think you're going to do. But we need to make a plan and stick to it in order to be able to stay in, uh, be able to stay within our budget. If we don't, then we can overspend. Another suggestion is to buy in bulk. Purchase thread, stabilizers, and fabric in bulk to take advantage of discounts and reduce the cost per item. Again, I don't buy fabric in bulk. I do keep a good supply of my necessities, such as my needles, my bobbins, uh, plenty of thread. I try to keep up with my major colors and my stabilizers. So I have not had an issue with running out of those things lately, because I try, when I see things are going low, I try to refill it. I'm not that busy where I have to have a whole cabinet full of things, but I do have plenty of the stabilizers that I normally use, unless something happens and I get bombarded with a lot of sales at the last minute, which would be a blessing and a curse all at the same time. But I've been able to keep up so far, because I bought a whole lot of stabilizer and stuff when I first started out, and I still of various sizes and stuff, and I still have a lot of those stabilizers, the cutaways and the tearaways, because I mostly use no-show poly mesh, so I don't use a lot of the regular cutaways and tearaways like I had, and sticky stabilizers and all that. I don't use a lot of those because I use mainly my no-show polyester mesh, poly no-show poly mesh, and that's what I have to keep replenishing. I get it in black and I get it in white. I try to find beige, but that's not easy to find. But I always try to keep it with the black and with the white, and then I also get the 8x8 squares, um, because of the left chest logos that I do, to make sure that I have those, and I get those in black and white as well. So and I get all of my stabilizer off Amazon. I don't go to a specialty. I don't get Floriani and Sulk and all that stuff, even though I have some of those because I bought them just to check them out, but that's not my regular go-to. My regular go-to is, I think, is Bro Thread mainly, and I get it off of Amazon for two reasons. Mainly because you can usually get it quickly. I can usually get it in a couple of days, a day or two at the max usually. So that is very helpful. And number two is that I was listening to John Deere, the digitizer guru, and he stated that there is no difference in stabilizers. In these different brands, they're just the brand, but the company that actually makes the stabilizer is just one or two stable companies, and they market them to all of these different brands. So when you see Floriani and Sulky and OESD and all of these other companies that sell their stabilizers, and they're supposed to be so much better and so forth and so on, they're not necessarily so. The stuff that you get off of Amazon is just as good, and you can save a lot of money. That's what I have found to be the case with me. I don't know about you guys, but that I just want to put that 2 cent out there. So that's another way to save money, and it also is another way to make sure that you can keep up with your materials that you need. Now, when it comes down to fabric, that's a different story. I'm not one I've not belonged to any kind of quilting subscribing club or anything like that where you accumulate fabric, month in and month out. I've never done that before. I've always just bought my fabric as needed. Therefore, I don't have a personal stash, even though I do have quite a bit of fabric. I don't have big bolts of fabric, but I have quite a bit of small pieces of fabric, a half yard, a yard, a quarter of a yard, back quarters. I have quite a bit of that. If I was to do my inventory, I do have quite a bit, but I don't have bolts of fabrics. I don't have multiple yards of fabric, but I do have lots of fabric. Um, so that's helpful, and that um, takes me to the next one where it says to repurpose your material and basically use what you have. You go through your stash. Go through your stash. Pull up what you have. You liked it when you bought it. It was cute when you bought it. So obviously it's cute fabric. Go ahead and use it. You don't have to go to the store and get the latest and greatest whatever is out there. Because if your Joanne store is like my Joanne store, they carry the same thing year in and year out. That's why they're closing. My Joanne is closing, unfortunately, so I'll have to find another one. But anyway, they're not a big supplier of different fabrics. So I have fabric. But for those of you that do have stashes, that's wonderful. And I know most of the ladies that are with the Soul On crew, they do shop in their own uh, house. They use a lot of their own fabric that they've accumulated over time, which is good because that's going to save you money and time because you don't have to go out and shop. And I've been trying to do that, um, but I still tend to go out for some reason. I don't know, but I'm going to have to get better. But that is one way to stay on budget. That is one way to save money. Use the fabric that you have. Thread, very important. I bought big bolts of thread about 2 years ago for the Christmas colors because at that particular time I had quite a few Christmas gifts and items and requests and what have you. And so I bought big bolts of red, what the 5,000 yards, I believe it is, red, green. I think I've got two shades of red, green and blue, white and black. Those were the main Christmas colors, which was really, really helpful because I still have some. I don't have to go out and buy those colored threads. So I think that's a good idea as well when you know that you do a lot of Christmas gifting and stuff. Just stock up on the colors that you normally use for your Christmas gifts, which are the Christmas colors. And then throw gold in there as well, because gold and silver. I even stocked up on my metallic thread when the King Star metallic thread. Somebody had it on sale. I don't remember who because I bought a bunch of it. I think I bought about six spools of it at that time. Two golds, two silver. No, I bought more than six. It must have been eight because I bought two golds, two silvers, and then I bought some greens and some more colors and stuff. But and I still have King Star thread, so that does help. Hi, Sean. How you doing? Yeah, I love King Star as well. Hi, Taisha. How you doing? Who else came on here? And Deborah, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Leslie. Leslie, you got on me because I missed you last week, so I'm shouting you out today. Hi, Leslie. I didn't see you pop on, but I did see some people saying hi to you, so I knew you were here. And oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying my 12-day Christmas projects. Good, thank you. And those of you that didn't know I was putting some up, I got four of them up. One day, one, two, three, and four up. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get two or maybe three more up. I wanted to get it up today, but the day was just a wreck. I didn't get a chance to do that. So I will. My goal, my plan is to have all 12 of them up by the end of the week. If not, it would definitely be early next week. But I want to have all 12 of them up by the end of this week. That is my goal. So you guys can see what the gifts are. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but there are all are inexpensive, easy to make, cute, and useful. And they can be given away as gifts, or you can make them and sell them. So just want to throw that little plug in there. Uh, let's see. And Sean, you said you need help, like you're doing your 12 steps. Hi, my name is Sean, and I am a fabric hoarder, but I do use it. I like fabric too. I just have not broken down and bought bolts of them like 3, 4, 5 yards of fabric. I will. The most fabric that I've bought at one time here lately has been 2 yards of fabric. And it has to be something that I really like. Other than that, is anywhere from a yard to a half yard. I don't really buy bolts of fabric and stuff. But I am accumulating fabric. I'm realizing that now because I'm going through my little drawer things that I keep them in, and there's stuff. I got several drawers full of fabric. They are stuff. So like I got more fabric than I thought I had. And Robin said you never can have enough fabric. That's probably true. As long as you use the fabric. That's what we trying to get done. Uh, Taisha, you said, hello, everyone. I was working on finishing up another Christmas tree skirt, and I didn't realize it was after 8. Oh, this will be your third skirt. As far as I know, you may have made more, but that's pretty cool. So I know you're being busy. Let me see who said something else. And Robin, you said this is your last year for Elster. Aww. And Pearl. Why is that? It's like my drilling doesn't kick in utility until the last minute. I think so. I think that's how we are. I think we just get excited about Christmas. If you're like me, Christmas is my favorite holiday. I was a Christmas fanatic back when I was working and I had my house and my house is because I started with my very first house I bought. I had these steps to go up, and I had collected these little black Santa Claus, and I had them going up and down my step, and that just kind of kicked it off. And I would, my kids got on me because I was always buying Christmas decorations and stuff because I just love Christmas. The rest of the holidays are okay, but it's just something about Christmas and the beautiful ornaments and the gifts. Not the gifts, but the decorations and stuff like that, it just makes me feel good. It puts me in a good mood. So I'm a Christmas hoarder. So that is me. What is this word? Plan. Speak. Who plans? Sometimes it's not good to plan. But according to the AI guru, They're telling us that if we want to stay on budget and save money, we need to make a plan and we need to stick to the plan. We need to be organized. So I'm just trying to throw out a little information out here. You can take it or leave it. Because I tell on myself, I have to let you guys know, I don't always do everything that I be telling you uh, that you're supposed to do. You know how it says, do as I say, not as I do? Because you know what happens with plans. They just don't work out. You plan to do something and it just does not work out. But I do feel like it's important to have goals. It's important to try to stick to some type of organized situation, especially when you're trying to stay within a budget and not overspend. It's just like buying gifts, which since I started embroidering, I don't buy a lot of gifts. And I don't know if my friends and family are happy about that or not. Because they pretty much know they're going to get something I made. They already know that. Don't even think about it. It's going to be something that Shirley made, Grandma made, Mama made. They already know that. I don't even Christmas shop. I don't even go to the mall or anything like that. I don't even do a whole lot of online shopping and stuff like that because, like I said, it's always something that I make. And even in my 12 Days of Christmas series that I'm doing, I'm telling you guys that you can make some of the best gifts. You can, like the beanie, you buy a beanie, you buy a headband, you buy a scarf, you buy something like that, and then you personalize it, and you've made it more valuable than what you actually paid for it. And then for me, it would be more meaningful and sentimental because somebody took the time and put the effort to personalize it directly to me, something that is relatable to what I do, what I like, and those kinds of things. So that's just my thought process. I might be 100% wrong, but that's why I do it because I like giving stuff that people can use. And I also like giving stuff that people may want to keep. Does that work? I don't know. Let me see. And Taisha, did you say you're doing you're just busy, busy, busy. Uh, I agree, Robin. You can never have enough fabric. Plus, the fabric may not work for the current project you're working on. Now, that's that part. That I think that's one of the reasons why I end up going to the fabric shop is because when I do go through my stash of what little stash I have, it's normally not what I'm looking for, what my mind says that I want to make this project with. It may not be the right color, the right tone, the right pattern, that kind of stuff. So that makes me go and look for more fabric. So I don't know if that's just my excuse, but that's what I do. And Leslie, hey Taisha, great that you made another Christmas skirt. I finally have a tree up that I could put my skirt under. Well, I got my tree up and I have my skirt under it as well. So my skirt went under the tree last year, and it's back under there this year, and it'll be back up under there next year if it's the Lord's will. Because I don't know if I'm gonna make another skirt anytime soon. I might and I might not. I don't know. Hi Christian, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Um, and Leslie, I know you do shop in your own shop, in your own. Um, and Taisha, thank you for watching the Christmas series. And you've never bought bolts of fabric either. And Val, you say you live Christmas. Yes, I do. I do. I do. Hi, Marissa. How you doing? How are you? So, we talked about buying bulk. Use coupons and sales. Keep an eye out for sales and use coupons from craft stores and online retailers to save on supplies. Now, I have to tell you, coming up to Good Friday, and ever since, I have been bombarded with zillions of email with people trying to sell me stuff. Sell, sell, sell. Everything and everybody has a sale. So this is the time. It was Good Friday, not Good Friday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, I think it was. And it was something on Tuesday. I don't know. But anyway, it was just on and on and on. And it has not stopped. It has literally has not stopped. I've never had two and 300 emails. And I clean it out and I look up and I got another 102 emails every day. And every one of them is somebody trying to sell me something. Then when you um, it's just crazy. But the good part about that, especially coming down to Christmas and Christmas designs and projects and stuff, most of our most used websites that we go to for our designs are having just tremendous sales. I know Design by Juju, the whole entire month of November, all of their uh, designs were on sale 75% off, which was a fantastic sale. If I'm not mistaken, they have the entire site on sale now for 50% off. So it's not the same big bargain, but it's still a sale. And Embroidery Library, they have a sale of some kind every day. And excuse me, the people are putting more freebies out there too. If you buy so much, you get this free, or you just get. I know. I think the Nutcracker Embroidery Library has. I just saw that a few minutes ago. If you spend $5, you get a free Nutcracker design. I don't even know what it looks like. I just saw the email. I'm not buying anything else from anybody because I have a ton of Christmas designs. I will never ever be able to use them all, but they're all so cute. It's hard not to. I have to tell you, I went on to embroidery design today because I was trying to look at the places that did have sale, and I was kind of sad. I didn't really see a big sale on Christmas designs on embroidery design website, and they normally have really good sales. They normally sell a lot of their designs for like 75 cents a piece, which I like seeing. But I didn't notice that when I looked because I was looking for a design. And I said, oh, let me go there because I'll probably find what I'm looking for 75 cents. That was not the case. I did get lucky because I bought one that was $1.99. So that wasn't too bad. But I was looking for something that was 75 cents. So they do have sales. Most of the sites that you go to, including Etsy, I noticed that a lot of sellers on Etsy are having their sales and discount as well because they do encourage the Etsy sellers to put their products on sale for the holidays. So they have a lot of sales as well. So look out for the coupons, look out for the sales. And I want to encourage all of us, including myself, check the designs you already have. I have done that. I go into my library. I'll even go online because they keep a list of the stuff that you buy most of the places that I shop from to see what I've already purchased. What do I already own? Is there something that I already have that I can use for this project? Check and see what you already have before you go buy something else. And not only on your computer or on the websites where you purchased it from, look on your machine. because I'm pretty sure most of us have machines that have designs on them. And I think we don't do justice for that because those are cute designs. They're really cute designs. And we overlook them. We don't pay any attention to them. The other place is Art Spira. Art Spira does have some pretty decent designs, and you don't have to have a subscription. You can use Art Spira free. It's just limited, but you can use it free. And so take advantage of every place that you can get free designs from. And I venture to say almost every website that you normally shop from have some type of free design. May not be what you want. So you have to be careful with that. But they do have free designs, a lot of free design. I know that because I've gotten quite a few free designs before. And Val, you say you hope to have your tree up by the weekend. I was pushing it. We got ours up this weekend because it was like it's gonna be Christmas and we don't have our tree up yet. So my husband went and got the stuff out of storage, and it sat for several days. And I said, okay, now we got to do it. We got to get it up. So got it up, got it decorated, lights on, uh, got the living room, dining room, everything all fixed up and stuff. So we are now officially a Christmas. We got the wreath on the door, so we're ready for Christmas now. We're ready for Christmas. We got uh, 2.5 more weeks before Christmas. So get that tree up. If you're gonna put it up, you need to get it up because it'll be almost time to take it down if you don't carry up, get it up. Uh, Okay, and don't forget flash drives. Yes. And are you saying as far as your supplies that you need to buy? Yes. Don't forget if that's what you use. Some people use electronically wireless, which is what I was doing today when I was using my scan and cut. I was working into Canvas workspace. Hey, 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 hey. I'm trying to get with it. It was wearing me out, but I was working and I sent it to my scan and cut wireless, and it worked pretty good. It worked pretty good, and I'm one of these people that trial and error. Um, I guess I get impatient. I will look at a video. I believe in looking at videos, and I did do some researching. I went on to YouTube and I put in what I was interested in doing, and um, I wanted to put a design going down the leg of a pant, and I wanted it vertical. I didn't want it to be, how you just flip it sideways. I wanted the letters to be vertical. And I could not figure out for the life of me how to do that in Canvas Workspace for my scan and cut. So I went in and was lucky enough to find somebody that had a solution, so I was able to do that, and I was able to go ahead and create the design that I wanted well, the lettering that I wanted to do, that I wanted to go down the leg of these pants, because I'm making something. I ain't gonna say who it's for because he might be watching, but anyway, I was able to accomplish my goal, but it's not a very straightforward situation. And I messed up a lot of vinyl, but that's okay. I figured it out. So, and unless I forget how to do it again, I know how to do it now. So it's a trial and error. Yeah, I have a pencil tree. That's what I have up because I'm in an apartment. We don't have a lot of space for a big full bloom tree. And when I was in Florida, we had two trees. We had a big, full, nice flock tree, I believe it. it's in storage. And then I bought a small pencil tree. And so we had both trees. The one I had a lanai, enclosed lanai, and one was out on the lanai, and one was in the living room. So we're just using the small pencil one now because this is a smaller apartment. But it's really cute. It works really well. And Val, you say you hand design on backup flash drives and external hard. I put my designs on hard drive and my flash drive as well. Um, what I noticed since you brought up flash drive, for me, what I've noticed is that you have to be particular about the flash drives that you buy, because I had been buying flash drives, some no name something other, and noticed that they were getting to the point where the machine doesn't recognize them. And I was like, why? So I am moving away from these no name flash drives because you get what you pay for. And I'm only using scan disk. And so far, so good. I've not had any issues with the scan disk. And I also was told not to get the ones that has a lot of space, a lot of memory. Get like a eight, is it 8 megabytes, 8 gigabytes, whatever it is, because they're better than putting a whole bunch of designs on it. No, this ain't it. 32 gigabyte. This is so 16 or 32, I think, is what was recommended. No more than a 32. So that's what I've been using. Carol, Carol, you are after my own heart, honey. I thought I was the only one that did that. I have so many binders. I actually print off each design I buy and put it in an old school binder for so easy to flip through. Yes, I do. I have the color chart and everything. Yeah. Such a waste of ink and paper, but I'm so old school. I am so old school. I I have oh, yes. This is just one of them right here. Just one of them. Oh my goodness. I thought I was the only one that did that. I'm so glad to hear that. Now I don't feel bad. Now I don't feel bad at all. And I have my external hard drive and my flash drive, but I also print them off. And I have the color chart and everything. And like you said, flip through it, you know what you got and stuff like that. Um, what can I say? What can I say? I thought I was the only one that did that. And Jenny, you said Courtney with Allbrand has a show every Saturday at 6 Central Time called Allbrand's After Hours. She shows every, yes, I know. And I was trying to Google and see if she had one out there because she's the go-to scan and cut guru. And I didn't, she must not have a video that shows you how to do the vertical because it didn't come up. And I put in scan and cut specifically because I was hoping it would come up and it didn't. But she may have it. I just didn't find it. But yeah, I'm aware of Courtney because I do watch her occasionally. Cookies are out the oven. Now she can sit down and watch. Okay. And yes, I learned how to set my scan and cut up and everything looking at Courtney when I first got it. That was what I was able to do. And so I don't know if you were on here earlier, Leslie, when I talked about the fact that I was using my scan and cut today and I was trying to get some work done and cut out some puff vinyl. And I'm not a big vinyl person, and there I know you do a lot of vinyl. Um, I decided to do some vinyl, and why would I pick the hardest vinyl? And that's puff vinyl because I wanted to do it, and I got it done. It took a while. It took some wasting of vinyl, but I knew that probably was going to happen. That's why I bought 2 yards when I bought it because I figured I was going to waste some, mess it up, didn't mirror it, whatever the situation was. But I got it to work. Jenny, you say you have binders too. Old school sisters. Yep, 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 yep. And Leslie, you say you did that for your design by Juju Designs and a few others. I do all my design. And Leslie, you have binders too. And then, oh my goodness, we all have some binders. Well, you know what? This makes me feel so good. I feel so connected now. Because I ain't gonna tell no lie. I honestly thought it was just me. Because I kept saying to myself, you you wasting ink. That's why I bought this Epson ink thing, whatever they call it, where you put it's like a tank where you have all the the bottles of the ink in it and stuff, and you can just print forever and ever and ever before you have to buy new ink. Because I also had my HP, and the HP was just putting me in the poorhouse with that ink because I was constantly printing off my designs and the color charts and all of that kind of stuff. And I said, I can't afford to do this. So when I heard about the Epson printer where it has the ink that you supposedly last a year, and it's lasting pretty good because I've gone through a whole lot of rims of paper and I've not had to buy any more ink. Because that's the reason why I got that printer, so I could print off all this stuff and put it in a binder. And George, you have a binder. I am feeling so much better now because I honestly thought that was just me. I really did. Um, and Kara, you say you use a small USB to transfer to your machine and a bigger one to actually back up my file. Okay, okay. I use external hard drive to back up my file, but I do use the small and I have quite a few of them, so I guess I'm backing them up as well. Because once I put them on the USB, I don't take it off. I let it stay on there. And what I've also started doing is putting my not all of them, but I am putting more and more of my designs in memory on my machine as well, especially the ones that I think that I will be doing again, and that's also for safekeeping, so I don't have to run around looking for it or figuring out where it is. And Pearl, you say you always thought the binder was a great idea. I started doing the binders when I first started doing embroidery because it just made sense to me because I'm old school and I wanted to be able to find what I'm looking for. So okay, this is it. But I haven't figured out how to label my USB drive. Anybody label them so you know what's on it? That's what I need to do. I got several of them. I have a little case that I keep them in, and I never know what's on them, so I end up pulling them out and going through them every time I'm looking for a design. So that's the next little trick. If anybody knows how to do that or has a trick of doing it, then let me know because that I'm always looking for it. I know I got this design. I know it. Then I end up going through all of my USB flash drives trying to find this one particular design. And you say I'm getting binders now for sure. Yeah, you need to join the club. And Leslie, you say you get your binders from Sam and you print with the Echo. That's what I have the Epson Echo tank, and I get binders from Sam. Yeah. I even this particular binder is not. I even have one is I don't know what that 3 inches or whatever that big one is. I have that one. So I need more binders because I'm running out. I'm running out. But I want them to be organized. That's the next thing I got to do. Hi, Joanna. How you doing? Good. I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. And Val, you said I have dreams of having one drive per site. Okay. I don't know if that's going to ever happen for me, but that would be a good idea if you had your embroidery library drive, designed by Juju drive, your whatever else. I can't even think of what else. I go to several different. It would be great. And Taisha, you say you have a label maker. I do too. I have a label maker and I make labels for my USB drive. I have a label maker. I never thought about doing that. That's an excellent idea, Taisha. That's why we always ask you about stuff. But I'm looking at my label maker right now, right over there. I never ever thought about huh, doing that. Because for some reason I was thinking the label would be too big, but it won't be. That's a good idea. I'm going to look into doing that. And Taisha, you said I also have a folder on my computer where I put all the files that I stitch out. So if I have stitched the design, it's in that folder. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I don't have mine organized. I got to do that. And you say you want to stop buying designs when I haven't even used the ones I bought. Me too, but I don't because I always see something else I like that's so cute that I know I don't have, and I don't always use it when I buy it. I just buy it because it's cute and probably because it's on sale, and I think I'm going to make it, and I don't. But that's a good idea because I mean I know I've spent a lot of money on designs, and we all need to stop doing that. And Val, you said you never sit down to organize. Maybe it'd be a goal for 2025. Yes, it's my goal. One of my goals. One of my goals. I will be doing my goal resolutions next week, and we'll discussing them. And that is definitely one of my goals. And Carol, you said don't use dollar store plastic sleeves for the binder. They are too. Yeah, yeah. I can understand that. And it's like buying fabric. I don't need it. I want it because it's so pretty. And that is true. You see a design, you fall in love with it. Oh, this is so cute. And you think in your head what you might do with it, what you might put it on, and all of that stuff. But then, you know, you never do. And then when you decide to use something, you can't find it. That's why we got to get organized so we can stop buying them. And Leslie, you say you use small binders for ease of use with your sheet protectors. Okay. And Jenny, you buy binders and sheet protectors from Amazon. I don't have the sheet protectors. Girl, that's a lot of money. But that's a good idea. You can get 250 sheet. Okay. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 250. I don't know what that costs, but that's it probably is not like super expensive. But that's a pretty good idea. I keep saying that I'm gonna try to talk my daughter into coming over here and help me get my stuff organized, all of my designs and stuff. I got a hole puncher and all of that stuff, and get them all filed and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that is a good idea. So we talked about what repurposing, cost effective coupons. So now they're saying get cost effective designs. Opt for designs that use fewer colors and less thread. Simple designs can be just as beautiful and are often quicker to stitch. That is true. I have found I do love intricate designs. Those are my favorite designs. But even though I have a 10 needle machine with two of the needles kind of out of usage right now, but nonetheless, because I like intricate designs and large designs, I still find it to be a little cumbersome because I can get a design where you have 20, 25 colors, 30 colors. So that's a constant changing of thread, which is what I wanted to get away from. That's the reason why I got a multi-needle machine. Wish I had a 20 needle machine. Then I probably would want a 40 needle machine. But nonetheless, the changing of thread can be, especially if it's a big project. So I have found myself here lately looking specifically at designs that are 10 colors or less, 15 max. Because if it's more than that, I have found myself not buying because it's cumbersome. It can be cumbersome. Unless it is something that I just really adore, then I will do it. But I have been more cognizant of buying designs that are easier to stitch with less designs because like the AI was saying, you can get beautiful designs that don't have to have tons of different colors. Although those designs are very, very, very pretty. That's one of the reasons why I don't buy, John Deere has his legacy design clubs and you spend the monthly money or whatever and you can get so many designs per month and stuff, but they're so intricate. They're beautiful, but they're very dense looking and intricate and looks like it's a zillion different color of threads in it. And I was just like, I don't know what I would put that on. I don't know what I would use it for. I wouldn't put it on any. I don't know what I would put it on. But anyway, so Leslie says she got the sheet protectors for sale for about $5 once at Sam, but they usually cost around 16. 16 is not bad for 250 sheet protectors though, so that's not that bad. And Amazon has 500 heavy duty sheet protectors on sale for $22.94. Okay, great to know that. That's even better. You get 500 sheet protectors, you won't have to buy any for a minute. And it still ain't. I got way more than 500. You would have. Ooh, we'd have a library. We would have a library. But yeah. But good to know. Thank you guys. Thank Leslie and Jenny for letting us know where to buy our sheet protectors and our binders and approximately how much they cost. They also suggested you digitize your own designs. If you have digitizing software, create your own designs instead of purchasing them. This can save money in the long run. Yes, it can if you know how to digitize. I do not. So that is not an option for me, but I do know that some of you guys do some digitizing. So that is something to think about. If you have the time, you probably have the skill. Do you have the time? They suggest that you join embroidery groups and participate in online embroidery groups or forums where members often share free or discounted designs and tips on saving money. And we all belong to those kinds of situations. And Val, you said digitizing takes a little patience. Yes, and practice. It does. Use free designs. Talked a little bit about that. Take advantage of free embroidery designs available online. Many websites offer free designs that you can use for personal or commercial projects, which is true. I don't think that I have gone to any site that I routinely buy from that does not offer some free designs. Now, the caveat to that is, are they something that you want? Oftentimes, for me, they're not. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not something that I would use. It probably, they're cute, but not what my mind is. Yeah. Although I do take advantage of free designs. When I know that there's a free design available, I will check it out. Perfect example, we talked uh, a little bit about the new trend that's out now, the side seam bowl, uh, designed by Juju, has a beautiful one that is free for anybody that wants one to try because they haven't done it. I have it. It's a beautiful design, and I used it on my great granddaughter's shirt, and it's really cute, and it's free. She also has one that's a bow and one that's a pair of scissors, and they're both free on Design by Juju. So if anybody is interested in trying out the side seam bow trend and you haven't done it and you're not thinking about buying the design, you can get a really cute one off of Design by Juju absolutely free. So and I found out all you have to do is go in there and search free design. There's a lot of free She has a lot of free designs on there, and they're pretty good. I did download several of her free designs the other day. So, that's a good place to find free designs. Now, will it be exactly what you're looking for at the time? Probably not, but it is available. She has a lot of scripture if anybody is in need of or interested in that type of design. There's a lot of designs that are designed by Juju that are free, that are biblical. So I downloaded several of those as well. They make good gifts as well if you're, you know, wanting to make something and give to somebody, for a church member or friend or somebody like that. So they do have a lot of she does a lot of biblical scripture that's free. And Joanna, how are you? Some free designs are not digitized neatly. Lots of jump thread. Yes, that is true. Depending upon, I notice embroidery designs. Some of their free designs are not of the best quality. And that's one reason why I don't particularly care for them. Mentioning not digitized neatly and lots of jump thread, I find that to be a routine um, unfortunate situation with several of the designs that I have bought off of Etsy. It seems like people learn how learn quickly how to digitize, and then they decide they want to make uh, a business out of it and start selling their designs. And there are jump stitches everywhere under the sun. OMG. It's so irritating. And you don't know that until after you bought the design. So just buyer beware. It's frustrating when, for me anyway, when I have a design and I get it and I have all these zillion million jump threads, jump stitches. I just want to scream. I was like, come on now. That's not good digitizing. That is not good digitizing. You can tell good digitizing. You're going to have some jump stitches, But when you deliberately go from one side to the other side, zoom, 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 to get to the other side to stitch this, and one thing has nothing to do with that. That I'm not a digitizer. I don't know how to digitize, but that sounds like just being lazy to me. It has to be a better way. It has to be a better way. That's just not good practice. The last design that I bought, and I used it, I stitched it out, it stitched out okay. But when I noticed it had all these jump stitches, when I was stitching it, I put the hand on the stop hand on each segment so I could stop it, pull it out, and cut the stitches and go back because I can't stand stitching over unnecessary thread, and then you got to try to pick it out and all that kind of stuff. So I just made sure that I followed through and got all the jump stitches out as I was stitching the design, which I'm glad I did because the design did stitch out well and it looks really cute. But it was just to the point where it was so frustrating and irritating that this person that did it had all of these unnecessary jump stitches. To me, it was just not good business and just being lazy to me. And I might be wrong, but that's just how I feel. I might be talking out of turn since I'm not a digitizer, but everybody doesn't do it. So obviously, it's not something that you have to do. They also talk about maintaining your machine, which we talked about extensively last week, and which makes sense because um, if you don't take care of your machine, the machine is not going to act right, and then you're going to be out of money. And the last thing you want to do around a holiday when you're busy trying to get things done is for your machine to break down, especially if you don't have a backup one. So be sure that you do good maintenance and take care of your machine. Uh, you got to clean it, maintain it to prevent costly repairs and make sure that it runs efficiently. So don't ignore your machine. If there's anything about it that you don't know how to fix or what the routine maintenance is, as I mentioned, look in your manual. Um, Beware of what you hear and see on YouTube because everybody's not telling you how things are supposed to be. Because I did run across a YouTube video last week when I was preparing for um, my talk last week, where this gentleman was telling you uh, about oiling something incorrectly, and I was like, And see, the bad part about it, everybody doesn't know that it's incorrect, and then they'll take it and run with it. So just be careful. Try to listen to um, someone that you have some confidence in. If you're lucky enough to have some type of communicative relationship with a technician that you trust, then get tips and everything from that person, and then just take care of your machine. Now, the last thing that they mentioned was to set a budget. So that's what we were talking about, a budget. Establish a budget for each project and stick to it. Track your expenses to ensure you stay within your budget. Now, that's something that I've never done. The only thing that I have really put any concentration in as far as sticking to a budget to stay within a certain expense is when I'm making stuff for my Etsy shop because you want to make sure that you're not going to have a lot of dense thread colors and what have you, so you're not spending so much time making the project, and you're not using up a lot of colors and a lot of threads because that could eat into your profit. But just routinely making something for the fun of it or as a gift to give away, I've really not put a lot of stock into um, what it costs to make because I guess I'm just doing it from the heart. And if it takes more money or more time or whatever, then that's what I'm going to do. Today was a perfect example when I was telling you guys about my challenge with my scan and cut and doing my puff vinyl, and I messed up several pieces of vinyl. Um, but I planned for it because I bought extra vinyl. I was determined to get it right. And I wasn't looking at, okay, this is expensive. If I cut out another piece, whatever it takes to do the project is what I wanted to do to make sure it was right. But when you're doing something to sell, you definitely have to take that into consideration. You can't make something that you know that is going to take up a lot of time or a lot of material, because in all honesty, with the economy the way it is, people aren't going to pay you what it's worth. That's just the bottom line. People are not going to pay you what it's worth because they can't, and it doesn't make sense to them. If you 200,000 stitches is nothing to do when you're doing one of those screen designs. That's a lot of thread, and that's a lot of time. One screen design can take up to 2.5, 3 hours, depending. I did that um, free embroidery library bookmark on my YouTube 12 Days of Christmas series the other day, and running my machine at 600 stitches per minute, because I don't like to run it fast, especially when I'm doing freestanding lace, because you're just stitching through plastic or paper, so you don't want to do that. It took 88 minutes to stitch that one particular design. And I didn't realize it when I said I was going to do it, but I did it because I wanted to do it. But it also changed my mind about making them as a gift to give away, because I thought about, oh, I could just make a bunch of these and stick them in a Christmas card and send it out for Christmas. And I was like, not 88 minutes per card. No, not 88 minutes per bobbin and top thread. No, it's cute, but it's too labor intensive. It takes up too much material, so that would not happen. Whereas when I did the Santa Claus, and I did the nativity ornament freestanding lace, and if you guys haven't seen my video, then go online and watch. They were quick. They were really quick um, projects. Now that's something that I would do or could do, because it doesn't take. I think it was 20 minutes max, and so that's doable. But 88 minutes, that's almost an hour and a half just for one project. No, mm-mm. That's too much. Um, my thought process. That's too much. So that's what they're saying that we need to be doing to stay on budget. The takeaway from this is organization, planning, making sure that you select things that aren't going to be expensive, such as very dense patterns, large patterns, or designs, a lot of thread, a lot of color. Use what you have, whatever you have in stash, if at all possible, and make sure that you have all the material stuff that you need at hand, so you don't have to do a rush job or anything like that. And um, just be organized. Be organized. Use whatever you can get free, and use what you have. Most importantly, I think the biggest takeaway is use what you have. If you look through your stash, I'm pretty sure you'll find that you have a lot, even if you don't have the design that you want. you most likely can find the fabric that you want. I did some things as a gift, and that's exactly what I did. I went through my stash. I pulled out some fabric that I knew I had, and I just went through it. And I said, I'm going to get what I need to do this design with what I already have. I'm not going out. I'm not buying anything new for Christmas this year. And I didn't. I have not bought any new fabric for Christmas this year. I just used what I had because for the past 2 or 3 years, I've been buying and buying and buying and using it, but not using it all. So that has helped me to accumulate quite a bit of Christmas fabric. And so I'm lucky on that part. I don't have to go buy Christmas fabric to make the designs and stuff that I'm making now. And I'm almost done. I'm almost done with my gifts. And I am so happy. So happy that I'm almost done with my gifts. So how are you ladies coming along with your making gifts? Are you done? Are you just getting started? I am halfway. Let me put it that way. I am halfway. I finished up everything that has to be mailed. Let's put it that way. All of my gifts. I still have some cards I'm going to do, but all of my gifts, I'm done. Because I wanted to get everything done so I can get them all mailed out by the end of the week because the post office says that's what you should do. So that's what I'm doing, trying to do that. And Jenny, you said I definitely need to do that too. I'm guilty of buying and buying more fabric, but it looks so pretty. It does. It does. It really does. And Sean, you said you're almost done. Make some of my employees right now on the laser. Okay. What are you making on your laser? Laser. Oh, I would love to have a laser. Like I need another doggone machine. But I have seen so many beautiful pieces of work on these lasers. It's like, oh, do you sell your products and stuff? And I'm making tumblers and awards. Okay, okay, that's good. So you supplement as well. I'm not sure I'm gonna do any sublimating. I have 5 legs. Okay, all righty then. So that's part of your business, I'm assuming. You have 5 lasers, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That what do you have? And Joanna, you're just starting. No man, laser engraved tumbler. Okay. You're laser engraving your tumblers, not sublimating. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I've wanted a laser ever since I first saw them a year or so ago, but not in my budget, not in my time frame either. I don't even know if I would even invest in one. I thought about it because they are beautiful, but I don't know. And Val, you said you got last minute supplementation orders. And Sean, you have a Laguna 150 watt, a Glowforge Pro X2 F1 snap maker, and Cloud. I didn't even know they had all these different kinds. I've heard of the X2 and the Glowforge. I am not aware of the other ones. Okay. Do they do different things? Is that why you have these different kinds? Or just curious as to how they work, so you just get different ones as they become available. because I'm not familiar with lasers. Other, like I said, I've heard of the Glow Forge and I've heard of the X tool. I don't have any of them. The Laguna can sit inside and they do different things. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. And like I said, I have seen it. And I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I have seen some work done by these laser machines that are absolutely gorgeous. I would think that they sell well. I don't know. But I would think that they sell well because they are really, really nice looking uh, works of art that I've seen. But I have not gotten, I don't have the room. I wouldn't even do it if I could because I have no room at all. Okay, you say you do challenge coins on the fiber, the Lagunas for wood, tumbler, and with my quilting. So, what do you do with your quilting? What kind of laser work do you do with your quilting? Does anybody else have a laser that are working doing laser work? Does anybody have DTF or DTG? I don't have that either, but that's what I would love to do because the sublimating on this white polyester is old news, and that's one reason why I don't sublimate hardly anymore because of that, and I don't have the DTF. The X tool is for the on-site laser customization, and you say you cut fabric, tackle, twill for the quilts like the scan and cut. I also cut custom templates for other quilters. Okay. So you are a busy, busy person. So you do that your with your laser machine. Good. Okay, Val, you have the X tool as well. Are you using your X tool? I know you. Don't recall you mentioning anything about doing any laser work. So that's cool. That's the one that I was thinking about. I heard about Glowforge first, and I have I know a person that had a Glowforge about 3 4 years ago, and was having some issues with it. I think she ended up getting a different one or another one or something different, whatever. Kind of lost interest. I kind of lost interest in Glowforge, and then I started hearing about the X tool, but don't have the room, like Jenny said. Jenny, you and I are on the same page with that. I don't. I would need a bigger house for every machine I want. Me too. Me too. That's why I try not to think about it because I would love to have a DTF machine. I would love to have a bigger embroidery machine. I would definitely like to have a laser machine. Those are things that I want, but I would have to have a bigger house and more time. Bigger house, more time, and a better memory, I guess, to learn how to use all these things and use them properly. But it's fun. That's what happens to people like us that like to craft. We always want to experiment with different types of craft and doing different things because we like making pretty things. That's the bottom line. We like making bigger things or different things. The X2 can customize things like keychains, ornaments, and small items at craft shows. Okay, that sounds like yeah. And I'm not gonna say if if and it's a big old if, and it's not something that is at the top of my list either. But that would the X2 would be something that has crossed my mind off and on, but not to the point of me saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to get one. But I do. appreciate what it can do. And so good for you, Sean. That sounds like a lot of fun. You have a website, I guess. Is that your? Can I find you at this name here? Because I need to look your stuff up and see what you do, girl. Because it sounds like you do some interesting projects and stuff. Very interesting projects. And I love looking at beautiful things and learning how to do new things. It gets a little frustrating now, though, because I know for me, um, I can figure something out. It just takes me a little longer sometimes, and that just bothers me because I I used to pick up stuff real quick, and as these years go by, I don't pick up things as quick as I used to. So, with that being said, it gets a little frustrating when it takes me a little bit more time to figure something out. So I keep adding stuff to my plate to learn, which is a good thing because that keeps your mind sharp when you're steady learning stuff and doing new things and everything. But it also can be frustrating when you know you have to put a little bit more effort into it to figure it out. And but YouTube does help. I do appreciate the fact that YouTube is available for people, content creators such as myself, that shows you how to do different things because that helps so much with learning how to pick up a skill. If indeed you can find somebody to show you how to do it. And oftentimes you can. Like I was able to, like I mentioned earlier, when I was trying to figure out how to do a vertical wording, I wanted to put this word vertically, and I wanted the letters to come straight up stacked like that and not just flip it. And the scan and cut Canvas workspace was not having it. It was not showing me how to do it, or the vertical and alignment and all of those were grayed out, and I couldn't figure out a way to make them active where I could actually do it. And so I had to find, and I was lucky enough to find somebody that showed in a video how to do it. And so I was able to do it. So I was able to cut out the design the way I wanted it to flow, and it all worked out and everything. But it was like, why isn't this intuitive? Why isn't it just here and available, straightforward, where you can just figure it out and do it? It didn't do that, so that was kind of frustrating for me. But I did use my scan and cut today, ladies, for you guys that are in the So Long group. Um, I'm not gonna call no names, but I know people know who I'm talking about. You need to plug it up, set it up, and get ready and start using it. You got it, you bought it, you got to use it. I always tell you, if you buy something, you need to get it out the box and use it. And I don't know if you guys know, but it was kind of a joke. One of the things that we made this year were quilts, and I had never made a quilt before. And I agreed because we decided as a group that we were going to do quilts. So I said, okay, I'm going to make my first quilt. I'm not good at cutting stuff out. That's my biggest fear, and that's my biggest downfall. I got my points sewn together and all that stuff. Everything was put together and everything. It's just that me trying to cut out those pieces and stuff in perfect squares and all of that stuff that you're supposed to do in order for it to line up correctly. I'm not good at it at all. And so uh, that's why one of the main reasons why I got the scan and cut, and you can use the scan and cut to cut out your quilt pieces, and you can put the seam allowance around it and all of that stuff. It's possible to do. Um, it takes some learning, but I finally decided to get an AccuQuilt. So I just purchased an AccuQuilt. I took it out the box the other last Wednesday in front of the girls when we were doing a Zoom so long. But I've not plugged it in. I've not used it. And I haven't cut a doggone thing yet. But that's coming. But that probably is not going to happen to after Christmas. I'm just going to be honest about it because that is not on my agenda. I am not making a quilt until next year, and I might be able to do it the week after Christmas, coming up to New Year's. I might have to do it because I'll be completely done with Christmas and stuff. But I decided to go ahead and do that because I am going to make some more quilts. You heard me say quilts with an S. Now that I had the scan and cut, I got to justify the fact that I have it. So I'm going to have to at least make some quilts because I can cut stuff out and don't have to worry about it not being cut out correctly. Sean, I'm going to look you up too. So I need to write down your name so I can look you up because I want to see your stuff. And you guys follow her. Go to her site, check her out, and follow her, and give her all the support. That's what we're here for, to support each other. So anybody that has a shop or has a channel or anything like that, Facebook or what have you, let's support each other. It's room for all of us. So let's support each other and look up Sean and see what she's all about. Um, Jenny, you said congratulations. I haven't used my scan and cut lately, but need to. I've had my scan and cut for a minute, and this is the second time that I plugged it up to use. I used it to do cut some puff final uh, this summer, this past summer, and then I used it again. So within a 6 month span, I believe. So I haven't, but I don't use a cut. I have a Cricut. I have a Cameo. I don't even know how to use my Cameo, but I have a Cricut Maker 3, and then I have the scan and cut, and I use my Cricut for rhinestones, cutting out the flop, the template and stuff. But I don't do either one of those things often. So I'm not a pro at any of it. I know how to use it, but I don't do it often because that's just not something that I do. But I do have a project that I want to do with the rhinestone, and I know you can cut out rhinestone templates with the scan and cut. So I'm going to have to investigate how to do that as well. And George, you said you got AccuQuill. Okay, is this new or did you already have it? And Carol said, I am thinking about a scan and cut, want to cut smaller bag making pieces. Yes. Uh, Let me know if you want a session. I am quilting a Santa quilt now. It is so much fun. I have all the cool toys. Okay, I'm going to check you out. I am going to check you out. And George, you said you watch Sun on Sunday nights. Okay, good, good. Following Sean, Joanna, uh, fellow HD rider. I ride with hubby though. Yes. Good. So you guys are familiar with her. Well, that is good. I'm glad to hear that everybody is supportive of Sean. Sean is watching me, so she's supportive of me, and that's what we do. We support each other. We share. Like I watch Jeanette. Jeanette watches me. There, lots of you came from Jeanette. Some of the people that were following me went to Jeanette. This is how it works, and I love it because it's room for everybody, and you're going to get something from everybody. Everybody has their own perspective, their own way of doing things, and advice and all that kind of stuff, which is absolutely perfect. And this is how we grow, and this is how we support each other, which is most important. We want to support each other. And George, you said you've had it for about 2 months and You have used it or you have not used it. And Joanna, you have a Cricut, but iron and scan and cut. It's on your wish list. Yeah, I let these folks talk me into getting a scan and cut. I don't re- I don't regret getting it, but I realize now that, to be perfectly honest about it, now that I have it, I didn't need it because when I bought my scan and cut, I was under the impression that it would talk to my 10 needle machine and didn't really find that out because the salesperson was not upfront and honest with me that I needed to have a Luminaire or a Stellaire or Avenir or something like that in order for the scan and cut because it's the DX 325 and it does not talk to my machine. I didn't really need it because that was one of the main features that I wanted. And but since I have it, I'm going to use it. Just like I do use my Cricut, I'm more comfortable with the Cricut because I've used it more. But I have the scan and cut, and I paid for it, so I need to know how to use that as as well. So Joyce, you have used your scan and cut. Good, 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 good. We're going to have a scan and cut night one night next year sometime, maybe a couple of nights. But there's so many of us in the Sew Along group that do have scan and cuts that don't use them or haven't used them. Therefore, I think if we got together as a group, we can help each other figure out how to use it, what to use it for, and just get more comfortable with using the scan and cut because it's not complicated. It really isn't complicated. You just have to understand what it will do. And the Canvas workspace, I've only done lettering, so I can't really speak that much on what any one of either one of them, the scan and cut or the software, because I've only done lettering. I've not done any projects or anything other than that initial project that they have you do when you first get it. Um, but as far as the lettering part is concerned, it's kind of like using the Cricut. The thing that I like the most about the scan and cut is the auto pressure. You don't have to set the pressure to cut as far as knowing, it's auto. You just put it on auto and it reads it and it knows what the pressure needs to be to cut out the fabric or whatever you're cutting out. Now there is the opportunity to adjust it if you need to because they do uh, suggest that you do your test cut and all of that kind of stuff. So there is an opportunity to adjust it. But if you're using the auto blade, you can just use auto pressure and it does all that for you and you don't have that headache. It's that part I like because I know with the Cricut, you have to know the right pressure. And that has been the thing that's been most frustrating with me with using the Cricut because I use it mostly to cut out rhinestone templates. And I have yet to get it correct. I still have trouble with my templates getting all those little holes cut. That's probably one reason why I don't do it a lot because I've not mastered that yet. And George, you say you have an AccuQuilt, you don't have a scan and cut. Oh, okay. So you've used your AccuQuilt. Uh, I'm not sure, Joanna. Taisha has a baby lock. Uh, does your I don't know. I don't have I have brothers, so I don't know if the brother scan and cut is going to talk to the baby lock. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Exactly. Yes, that pressure setting is a great setting. It knows already. That's that. I'm telling you, that part is a lifesaver. I like that. That's what I like about the scan and cut so far. And you, Sean, you say you cut your rhinestone templates with scan and cut, but my scan and cut is 5 years old, so old or more, and it had a rhinestone option. Well, I have the new one. I just got it this year, and I've not tried to cut out any rhinestone templates yet. But if I'm not mistaken, I think, well, I know it has the capability to do so. Um, so that's going to be my next project challenge with the scan and cut. Um, it's to see if I can cut out the template, and hopefully it will read it and I don't have to worry about the pressure. And if that's the case, my Cricut might get sold right along with the Cameo that I got that I don't use. So that'd be two things I can say. And I got a machine. Yeah, I got some stuff I need to say so I can get some more stuff. And George, you said the scan and cut does not talk to the baby lock. Okay. All right. So that answers that. Great challenge. I am using the scan and cut on Sunday. I love it. Yeah. More space. Yeah. I'm not going to use the next time I use the scan and cut. I'm definitely going to try to cut out some rhinestone because it's a project that I want to do after Christmas. Not something I'm going to do before Christmas, but it's a project that I've been thinking about doing, and I it includes rhinestone. So I'm going to try to do the rhinestone template with the scan and cut, and hopefully that auto pressure uh, identifier or reader or whatever it is will work, and my template would cut out perfectly, and that will make me feel so good. That will also allow me to start doing more and more rhinestone because I have plenty of rhinestone. I just don't do, I have lots of rhinestone designs. I just don't do rhinestones because I did not like or do not like how my Cricut cuts it out, and it makes it too much work to have to clean all them dots off of the mat because it didn't cut correctly. That's the reason why I have not used it a lot. I want to be able to just brush them off, but that doesn't happen. Yes, there is a half cut option so that it does not go through your paper. Yes, I used that today to cut out my puff vinyl. Yes, the half cut option. You just click the button and do all of that, and it works perfectly fine. So I'm hoping that's the situation with the rhinestone templates. And if that's the case, then you guys probably will get a chance to see me do some rhinestone templates and stuff. Somebody had asked me about rhinestones and stuff, and I mentioned that I didn't do a lot of it, and that's one of the reasons why. Not that I don't know how to do it or haven't done it, it's just that it's not convenient because I have yet to figure out the pressure. Everybody machine works differently, and somebody say use this pressure, use that pressure, so forth and so on, but it doesn't necessarily work. And so I've not been lucky enough to come up with a setting that has worked well for me. And that maybe I need to watch um, some of Eve's old video because I'm sure she probably didn't talk about it. Cause I don't even know if she's using. Uh, she don't even use a Cricut anymore. I'm pretty sure she used Romeo or Juliet or somebody. I think. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. That is good. That is good. So we got people here that has all these wonderful machines. We learned about Sean, and um, The at is that at New Savvy Designs? Is that what the GEAUX how you pronounce it? Because I'm pretty sure that's French. Is that pronounced new? GEAUX. Sean at New Savvy Designs. If not, can you tell me go? Sean go? That's go? Okay. Okay. All right. Go. Sean at Go Savvy Designs. Thank you for clearing that up because I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that. So, you guys that are not familiar with her site, which I'm not, and I'm going to look her up. And I think I've seen you. I guess I probably just haven't stopped in and just watched, but I will. Promise you that. I will go watch you. I'll subscribe and support you. And I do appreciate you stopping in. And you're a Louisiana native. Okay, so that's that French there. I read, and I'm pretty. If I'm wrong about the French, correct me on that. But when I looked at it, I said that looks like a French word to me, but I wasn't 100% as to how to pronounce it. So now I do. So good, 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 good. Where in Louisiana? I had an opportunity to move to New Orleans, but that opportunity fell through when I was working as a pharmaceutical rep. They that was one of the places that they were offering me a position was either in New Orleans, Richmond, Virginia, or Seattle, Washington, and they ended up sending me to Seattle, Washington. So that's how I got out to the Pacific Northwest. But I almost was a uh, native Louisianian, but that didn't turn out for me. I've been to Shreveport, I've been to Gulfport, but I've never been to New Orleans. Can you believe that? I've never been to the Mardi Gras. Want to go one day, maybe, but I haven't been yet. Have not been yet. Haven't been to the Essence Fest. They have that in New Orleans too, right? Never did go to that either. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any out there, and I forgot to say hi to all of the Facebook people watching and all the YouTube people watching. I'm so sorry. I forgot to say hi. How are you? Thank you for watching, and I do appreciate that. And I do thank everybody that watches the replay as well. And also, please, 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 please give me a thumb up, like the video, hit the thumbs up. Very important to support the channel. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. I'm getting closer and closer to my goal for the year. I don't know if I'm going to make it by the end of the year, but it is possible. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the subscribe button so the channel can grow. It is growing ever since I put this challenge out here. Remember, the next giveaway will be when I hit that 2,000 subscriber mark, and I'm close. I'm almost there. I think I need about 40 more subscribers. So that's doable. That is doable. 2 or 3 subscribers per day will get me there. So, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Hit the notification bell so you'll know whenever I'm going to be on. I do my Tuesday live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And I'm getting back into the groove with my YouTube channel. So there's 2 places to watch me again, which is great. So I do appreciate that. Also, just as a reminder, there will not be a live on Christmas Eve, and there will not be a live on New Year's Eve. So both those are on Tuesday night. So everybody has something to do. I'm pretty sure I do. And so I know nobody's going to be wasting their time watching me. So there will not be a live on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. And so that just wanted to remind you guys of that. And hey, Jackie, how are you? Congratulations on getting close to 2,000 subscribers. Always appreciate you sharing so much information. Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And next year I have a goal, but I'm not going to tell you what that is until next week when I do my resolution. And I am going to be working my behind off to reach that goal because I have plans. I definitely have plans. And so hopefully that'll happen. And I'm so glad to see you on here. Jackie, hadn't seen or talked to you in a while, and I hope you're doing a lot better and feeling a lot better. I hope you do. And if you're available and ready, we're coming on tomorrow night. So Zoom in. If you need the login information, just text me and I'll send it to you. But I think that's going to be it for tonight. I do appreciate everything that you guys do, the support that you give me. I do appreciate it and thank you so much. And again, look at Sean Go Savvy Designs. If you go to her site, you have not subscribed, please do. Show her some love and some support. And Sean, send some of your people my way. Send some of your people my way. So thank you guys. Take care. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off tonight and get some rest because I got a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow because I'm trying to get done. Take care. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.